Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Poison Okami here, just me, myself, and I back at it again with another video. And today's video is super important. You're about to learn a lot of stuff. A lot of us are aware that the new patch for Naruto Storm 4 has dropped pretty much overnight for people who live in Europe. It was about like 1 a.m. round about my time. This is version 1.10 of Naruto Storm 4, a new patch just before the DLC drops. So I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of you in my DMs on Twitter, PlayStation, and like Discord. I'm gonna answer all of your questions with these few statements I'm going to make. No, Momoshiki Kinshiki are not out yet. They're released on the 24th when the DLC drops. If you watch the DLC trailers, they will tell you when the DLC drops. This is just a patch for the game. What games do before DLCs release is that they release patches for them so that they're ready to actually have the DLC on them. We cannot have DLC characters on games that aren't even patched and ready to actually have them in yet. It just doesn't work like that. So what CC2 have done is that they've given us this patch ready for Momoshiki and Kinshiki. If you check the character select, you'll see that in the character select that there are 2 empty slots on the very last page for Momoshiki and Kinshiki. So be aware of that. Next, the same thing with the outfits. The outfits are not in the game either. As you can see, I'm playing as Ino, Lee, and Sai, all in their Shippuden outfits. They're not in their Road to Boruto outfits just yet, so we will have to wait for the DLC to drop. Any downloadable content that has been promised to us in the trailers are not in the game yet. The only people that have that DLC are the people in Asia. Asia has the DLC 2 days early. We still have to wait one more day, and we'll get it. So those of you who are like blowing up my DMs, wondering where Momoshiki and Kinshiki is, wondering like what's going on, honestly, just wait. Like let's make it to do with the patch for now. The DLC comes later. Another question that a lot of you guys have been asking me: is the DLC free? No, it's not. The patch is free, yes. Some of you even asking me if it costs anything for the patch. No, patches don't cost anything. Like the patch is free. The DLC will cost something. In Japan, it's 700 yen. That roughly equates to like £7, £8 in UK money, probably like $10.99 in America. I don't know, but that's just how they will translate it on the PlayStation Store. That's not really guaranteed on our side yet, but it shouldn't be anything more than like $11 or $12, I would assume, for Americans, and then €10 or £10 for British to European players. Okay, now that all that is out of the way, if you do have any more questions or anything else that you want to ask me down in the comment section below, be sure to do that. I'm now going to move on to the next segment of the video. So the next segment of the video is what did the patch actually bring? So if you look into the patch notes of the game, you go into the game and then you go to update history. All it tells you is that it's improved online stability. Some people haven't been getting this fully. Like people are feeling like they still have issues with crashing and they still have issues with disconnecting and things like that. So I don't know. We're not entirely sure what online stability means in terms of if they think it's disconnecting less or if the lag has been reduced slightly. I've been playing some online matches. I've been playing against red bars and the lag still feels somewhat the same. So we're not entirely sure on how they improved online stability. If anyone can provide the answer to that in the comment section below and see if you can provide evidence with the changes that you're going to talk about, please do. This is very important to everybody's well-being online. Next thing I want to get into is the actual major changes that we can physically see in the game. So as you can see, I'm in the game right now. I'm in training mode and we have certain characters. I have Ino, Lee, and Sai on one team, and I have Choji, Tamari, and Naruto on another team. And I just want to show off the changes. Naruto doesn't actually have any changes. He's actually there to complement Tamari, and I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, so the overall changes at the moment is the pace of the game has actually become much more faster. So when I say this, I mean if we take a look at Sai here. Now, if you guys want a reference, be sure to go back to my Sai guide that I did yesterday, and then compare the footage to this what I'm going to do here. Look at the combo. The combo is much more aggressive and much faster. The hits are coming out quicker than what they were before. Do you see the way he does that kick on the second to last hit? That kick right there? It's disgustingly a lot faster. Now, this means that they've actually changed the pace of the game. They changed the way, ever so slightly, the way you cancel your, your moves and everything. Like the pace of the game is actually much faster. Air dashing is only slightly faster, still not massively quick. So basically, what CC2 have done is that they've changed the pace of the game ever so slightly. It's not a huge dramatic change. It's not like turbocharged times 2 speed. Like we're talking like 0.5% speed increase or something like that. Like it's very small. I don't know if you guys noticed, but with every update, CC2 has always prided themselves on increasing the game's speed. From Storm 3 to Revolution, the one main selling point that they had to players wanting to play online is that the game's faster. From Revolution to Storm 4, they then said again in interviews, the game's faster. You will enjoy our game because it's faster. We've made changes to mechanics because to make up for it, we've increased the speed of the game. They've done that here. So that's like the main thing. Next part. Okay, so a lot of you guys are actually panicking because Switch Tech is no longer in the game. I keep getting my DMs blown up because you guys keep thinking that Switch Tech is not in the game. Switch Tech is in the game. Storm 4 is not trash now, I promise you. Switch Tech is still in the game. You're literally just got to do it backwards. That's all you're doing. So rather than loading the chakra and a switch and then doing the action, as you can see, it doesn't work. They either do a hit or they just do a jump. This is okay. It's been fixed. So the new way to do it is switch, then triangle circle or triangle X. So switch, then the action. So I'll demonstrate the way to do it now. So what I did there was that I switched, and then I did an instant jutsu straight after. As you can see, Ino's chakra bar went straight back up. I'll demonstrate this again. So again with Sai, straight back up. So this is the new way to do switch tech now. It's the same with chakra dashing as well. So switch. So yeah, switch chakra dash. Switch chakra dash. I mean, the bar didn't even go down that time. And if you want to check my settings, chakra gauge normal. So this is the new way to do switch tech now. It is basically switch and then jutsu. And then switch and chakra dash. That's literally the new way to do it. So those of you who like to do combo buffers, this is how you now do your combo buffers. So I actually want to give like a little mention to my friend Arthur, one of the French players on Twitter. He actually mentioned that to do the switch buffer, you now have to do the one hit switch R2 and then the jutsu. This is actually wrong. I'm sorry to say this, bro, but this is actually wrong. Much more simple way to do it. You don't need to do R2. The way to do combo buffers is literally just like this. Just like that. So she's so able to do her hits. Same with Lee right there as well. It's still a possibility. 2 hits as well. Like you can still do that. So like I said, guys, 1 hit, switch, and then the jutsu. So buffering is still kind of in the game. It's still the same concept as before. So in relation to the buffering and the the hit and the switch tech, there's actually something kind of new that has been shown to me by my friend Antine. So shout out to Antine. The person who showed him is a guy named Kishi Sansmoto. So big shout out to that guy as well. I'm not sure if anyone told him that. That's as far as the grapevine goes from my perspective. So any of you who found this first, then kudos to you. But basically, I just want to mention that there is now a really interesting and, in my opinion, a very bad thing that's just come to the game. I'm not sure how likely this is going to land in online games. That's up to you guys to show me. But basically, there is a way to instantly make a guard one shot, like just instant. Before, it was like a matter of chakra dashing, switch, and then kunai. There is like a more an aggressive approach towards it. You guys can take it how you will. Basically, the way to do it is to do on block, on your opponent's block is 1 hit, switch, chakra dash to your new character, and then kunai or shuriken. It basically puts the block straight from blue to red. 1 hit of your combo, they're instant guard broken. You can get a free base combo off. So yeah, guys, just like that. That's basically the way to do it right there. So as you see, I did 1 hit with Madara, and then I swapped to Shisui, instant kunai, and then if the opponent chooses to stay there, like if they're overwhelmed and they're like really trying to block, basically 1 hit and they instantly get guard broken. This is actually kind of crazy. So for aggressive players, if they can actually get this down to you online, like your guard won't be lasting very long. So yeah, this is not a very good change. This change isn't very good, but if you think realistically, the likelihood of someone actually getting this to you online when you're moving around, and even after when they do after they throw the kunai at you, you can still move away or you can still counter. So there's still a way. There's still ways around this. But yeah, man, absolutely insane. So yeah, and then there's like another example of Shi speed right there as well. So yeah, that's one thing that people can now look out for. Just check, just like check that out carefully. Okay, so one thing I actually want to get back to with you guys is actually the character changes for the characters. So I'll start with Ino because she's my girl, and I'm actually like quite happy with some of her changes. So for Ino, I will take off the opponent's block just so I can demonstrate this a little better. I'm actually going to put rebound on so I can prove something a little later. So with Ino, they fixed her air combo. As you can see, she no longer slips off of the opponent anymore. Her, when she kicks them, she stays locked onto the target. So this is great now. I've actually been able to end people with this instead of whiffing and then them surviving on like 1 pixel health forever. So this is a great change for Ino. And then another thing is her tilt. So the way they actually changed the way her tilt is. So they've actually increased the range on it. So she actually flies forward a lot longer. In the past, she only used to like fly not so bad, not so forward. But they've increased the range, and they made it so that the opponents now fly forward rather than over her head. I think the damage is still roughly the same. Yeah, still looks roughly the same. I think it might be a little weaker, if anything. But overall, Ino is still quite good. She's still like the same way as she is before. But yeah, that's just like mainly her on that part. So we'll get to Rock Lee. So with Rock Lee, they actually improved his tilt. So if you guys want to take a look at this, so I have it so that the guard is on when damaged. So if I do this, he'll block. But as you can see, the tilt actually fully connected. So I'll do it again from behind. Full tilt now connects, nothing to worry about in that regard. So in neutral game, if you happen to hit it, then well done, you can now get a full tilt. Cancel here, do what you want, So that's the thing with Rock Lee. This is like his thing now. So yeah, that's Rock Lee. So next thing is Sai. So I know this is really ironic how I make a character guide yesterday and then this patch comes out and Sai has changed. It's like CC2 watches like what I do, like when I was asking for DLC, they then released DLC. So it's absolutely insane. Sai has actually changed here. So with Sai, I'm actually gonna turn on Storm Gauge. So to start with, as you can see in one of my videos, my most recent videos, they've actually buffed Sai's tilt. So Sai's tilt now has better stun. This stun is like one of the best stuns in the game in terms of like cancelling and then leading things into it. So now we can do... Oops, that's my bad. So now we can do size tilt into... Oh, that's my bad. So we do size tilt into like team ultimate jutsu, or as you've seen in one of my recent videos about a few many hours ago, size tilt into ultimate jutsu. So this is good. So another thing with Sai is those of you who were kind of lazy with Sai's neutral combo infinite, where you would just do this and jump. Sai no longer has momentum, so this is actually something they've taken out of the game for all characters. Characters no longer have momentum. So momentum is basically, is simple. Like, is when a character is hitting, how far they move forward with along their animations, even with cancels included. So if you look back to pre-patch Storm 4, like 4 years ago Storm 4, or even Revolution, if you play as Pain, on his first hit, he gains a lot of momentum and his whole character model slides forward. Now, if you do the one hit with Pain, he stays still. So what CC2 have done over the years is that they've taken away the momentum of characters, and they've done this with Sai now. So when those people who are lazy and did like this combo and just jumped, that doesn't connect anymore. So what you have to do now is a hollow step. Oh, I did a double jump there, shouldn't I? So yeah, you do a hollow step like that, or you can just do the full neutral combo like before. Still works just as fine as before. Try and do that with the hollow step here, just like that. So when playing Sai, if you get the neutral off, just learn how to hollow step and do it with the birds. Like that second to last hit cancel, not even worth it. The only time it's worth it is if the subs are coming back. If the subs are about to come back and it's like the last ultimate jutsu you can fit before they come back, go ahead. But if their subs aren't coming back for another 5 seconds, you got all this damage off. Just do it on the birds. Honestly, just do it on the birds. All right. Anyways, so next part of Sai is there's actually more to him. So with Sai, we can do his guaranteed air combo into Jutsu. I'm pretty sure pre-patch you couldn't do that, so that's like a thing that you can do now. Again, subs are coming back. Quick damage in a matter of 3 seconds. Just a way to do. Another thing is air combo for Sai no longer does strike back. It instantly floors them. So, but guys, if you revert to my tutorial, you can still get hyper dash from the air combo. So do not fret. The air combo is still good in my opinion. So that is still a thing. So nothing to worry about there. Right, I'm actually going to connect the player 2 controller here, and I'm going to show you guys Choji stuff. Right, so Choji, as you can see in my latest video, he actually did get a buff. So I don't know why I'm tilting Choji, it's just fun. Right, anyways, ignore that. So, with Choji, his jutsu, I guess you can say, had a buff. But guys, actually mind this. So I had someone come to me this morning and say, oh, so Choji's jutsu in general does the lift up. No, not entirely. So, Choji's jutsu only does the lift up if you do it on the ground. So, like so. That's how you get the lift up. You don't get the lift up if you do it from the air. So, do the Choji Jutsu from the air. All it does is just roll them on the ground like that. There's not really much you can do about that. Like, that's that. So, and I got rebound on, so it doesn't look like they can fully rebound off of that. Maybe you can, I'm not sure, but I have rebound switched on, so if it was really a thing, then yeah. Okay, so Tamari's neutral combo. So with Tamari's neutral combo, it used to just slam them on the ground. Now on version 1.10 of Naruto Storm 4, it does a knockback. So if you have a straight back on her team, she now can do this as well. Get that done as well. And then you can do that into her up combo. You can get almost all of Tamari's up combo in there. I actually want to test that right now for you guys. Oh wait, if I want to test that, I'd have to do it in a different way. But basically, guys, just try it like this. Actually, a whole block on my other controller. Okay, guys, there you go. So, those of you who like playing Tamari, I suggest picking her back up. You can now get strike back from her neutral into an up combo. This seems really cool. If not, try and do that. If not, it doesn't really work. But yeah, so strike back Tamari's up combo. We can try Tamari's other combos. Can't really guarantee that they'll work though, because Tamari is quite a finicky character with her square combos. Yeah, I'm not sure if they can block that there, so if you guys want to try that out online, you're more than welcome to. And then we'll try her down combo. I'm not expecting it to work with her down combo, actually. Her down combo is quite a weird one. Yeah, she does the slicey bits a little too slow there. But yeah, up combo and neutral combo, this makes Tamari quite viable now. One thing they did do to Tamari is actually they nerfed her, they did nerf her air, her chakra shuriken. So chakra shuriken no longer has stun, which this confuses me because the chakra shuriken for Tamari wasn't the problem. It was her regular shuriken. This was what people were complaining about. So I'm not sure, but I think what they've done is that they've actually... So before, if you guys remember, Tamari used to have a hitbox on her fan. That's what made her ridiculous, because for some people, it wasn't so much the cover fire that was the problem, because Mizukage and Deidara also have great cover fire, so does Tenten. So it wasn't always the cover fire for Tamari that was the problem. It was more so the fan had extra stun. When you got hit by the fan, you could literally get hit by it and then go into instant jutsu with that's what Minato players would do. But I think they may have just took that away. So now she just has regular cover fire abilities. So I don't get why they nerfed the chakra shuriken. Like that doesn't quite make a lot of sense. I guess it's just for like poking purposes. But even then, like she's quite unsafe in the air because she lifts herself up in the air. So short Tamari advice: just don't bother with her chakra kunai. Okay, guys. So and that one more thing that I actually want to show is actually Rock Lee has been screwed over. So if you do a regular jutsu of Rock Lee, look how much chakra it takes. That is about roughly like 45% of the chakra bar right there. Same with PTS Lee. A little jutsu like that, all that chakra. Now look at Ino's Flower Bomb. You know, a regular size amount of chakra. Look at Ino's Jutsu, Ultimate Jutsu. Ino's Ultimate Jutsu takes less than Rock Lee's Jutsu. I think this is a mistake. Or if CC2, if you guys can explain this, I'd love to hear your explanation because this is weird. Like even Rock Lee's Ultimate Jutsu takes less than the Jutsu. So that's a problem right there. Okay, guys, just a couple more things. I'm back in the character select here. I'm actually going to show you Tenten Shikamaru real quick, and I just want to show you guys something with them. So these changes aren't major. Like these changes with Tenten and Shikamaru aren't like amazing or anything. They're just pretty average changes. Oh, excuse me. But basically, I want to show you with Tenten. I think the ending of her combo is different. Okay, no, the ending of her combo is still pretty much the same. But basically, the main thing with Tenten is that she actually no longer gels on block. So Tenten used to just do this, and what she would do is she would do what Raikage does, or like Jiraiya, and sink down and is on plus frames. Tenten no longer has these plus frames anymore. So, and no matter how hard I try, no matter how fast I do it, like it's just not happening. So that's one thing with 1010 that you just have to be aware of. Another thing that with 1010 that I found though is she can actually do like a stun thing in her combos. So if you do base combo, going into neutral, and then you can do that. Resets back into the ground. I mean, it's not really that amazing because you can just do this. But I guess like if you're feeling aggressive and you want to you know, equip an attack uphill on 1010, um, then you want to do this. And then do that. So that's one thing that 1010 can now do. Whether you consider it like as a buff or not, it's up to you guys. But not major changes. So another change for Shikamaru is like again not major, not major at all. It's basically with the tilt, it doesn't bring. So again, momentum is not existing here. There's no momentum on the tilt now. So a lot of people they would just do this and then they walk backwards and then do whatever. That's not a thing anymore. You now have to walk towards your enemy because momentum has now been taken off. It's okay because you can still connect ultimates with Shikamaru's like tilt, so like this. But again, momentum not existing. So this may happen for other characters. So characters where you can do tilts and they come to you, or you tilt and you know something like that. Just try to be aware that momentum is not existing as harshly as it did. With Pain and the last Sasuke's universal pull, the momentum is the stun is still pretty much the same because you know it's a gravity pull. It makes sense. But yeah, that's just like the major changes right there. Um, so yeah, I'll show you how long it takes for him to block. Okay, about a couple of seconds, just under a couple of seconds. It's not a major big deal. Okay, so one last thing that I wanted to show you guys. Those of you who follow me on Twitter and those of you who are, I don't know, in my DMs or whatever, like some of you, you will actually see that I've been very excited recently because CC2 has granted me one lovely thing. It's almost like they're actually watching my videos and are listening to me. So it seems, so actually what you guys are going to see is a live commentary of me going into a ranked match. So, ranked match. So obviously this isn't a problem for a lot of you guys, but I know that some of you still messages me after all these years. Like every few months, I get messages from people saying that they have the same problem in ranked match where their BP is stopping entirely and they don't get any BP whatsoever. Thankfully, the BP system has been fixed. I was playing ranked until about 6 a.m. this morning, my time. I was absolutely destroyed, like literally, like mentally, like just I was just dead, and I was gaining BP. those of you who probably would, if you look at my like old, super old BP video on how it capped, if you look at my BP now, it's actually increased a significant. I've gained over 1,500 BP since my cap because I've been gaining a bunch since. I've been sweating ranked, so you guys can really expect me to be going back onto ranked matches and playing ranked. But I just actually want to demonstrate to you guys right now. I want you guys to watch me do a ranked match and just watch me just try and win and get some BP. So I'll try and cut this to the ranked match. Okay, so thankfully I found an NA player with like roughly the same rank as me. He's on mic, so you have to excuse that. um, but yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting. So this is good for me, and those of you who have the same problem, fear not. If you're watching this video, you'll be glad to know you can go back on ranked and you can get yourself to hero rank in no time. Well, I say no time, but it's basically as quick as the game lets you with all these people rage quitting and such. Alright guys, so I think this guy's actually streaming because he's talking as if like he's talking to someone, so I think this guy's actually streaming at the moment, so this is like a two perspective fight. But yeah guys, so we'll do this ranked match. You guys get to see me do this in action, get to see me play as the new Eno and Sai in action. It is kind of delayed, but with the slight speed increase of the game, it should be okay, nothing too much to fear about. So one thing I actually forgot to mention is that there are other slight like changes and stuff. Like there are like other like slight changes to other characters. Like I said, that's mainly due to the you know the change of pace in the game. So because of the change in pace, like things like you know not things not connecting properly or you know things not activating when they should is now changed. You know things that you just don't have to worry about anymore. Man, he dashed right through the tilt right there. Oh, I was hoping he'd run into the beasts. Okay, cool. First round won by me. This guy's actually pretty decent, but I think I should be winning the match here. So you guys can hopefully see me get my my BP. Again, like in terms of momentum, the momentum has changed on Eno here. She would go forward a lot more in her combos, but now she seems a lot more stagnant. So this guy likes to dash a lot. Another thing I forgot to mention as well, guys, is that problems with like Kaguya and stuff like that are still in the game. So her button locks are still in the game. Button locks for like regular characters that shouldn't have button locks, or like the usual stun locks for like Rin and Rampaging Obito and Madara. They're still pretty much in the game. If that was blue bar, I actually would have got hit by that because I tried cancelling with chakra kunai with Ino's poison flowers. So that would have been fateful. So yeah, I'm a little sad that I can't get strike back off of Sai's thing anymore. End this, boys. Cool. Nice finish with the tilt, straight back into grab. That's the way to go. Okay, so now for the exciting part of the video. Exciting for me. So, watch me get my BP. So we're gonna say no, we don't want to save the clip. We're not interested in all that. And then I gained 65 BP. Yes, the guy was like lower ranked, but this is just an example. I'm gonna be playing a lot more higher BP. But anyways, guys, this is basically the conclusion for the video. Thank you to those of you who have watched. So that is it. So version 1.10, pace has increased slightly. Momentum has been taking off of some certain things and characters. Some property changes on the characters, such as stuns. I've literally showed it all in this video right here for you. Switch teching is now different, so you do the switch tech backwards. There is now a way to make guards one shot in an instant, and things like that. So yeah, like I said, there are probably a couple of things I've missed with certain characters here and there, but they're not massive differences. If any of you want to highlight something, or if you guys want to mention something in the comments, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, this is the video on version 1.10 of Naruto Storm 4. You can guarantee that my next video will be on the showcase of Momoshiki and Kinshiki and seeing what I can find, and then probably weeks down the road, I'll be having a fat character guide on the both of them. Anyways, guys, it's been your boy Poison Okami. Thank you very much for watching. This is your news presented to you. As always, Jane.